Jamaica's World Cup journey, qualifying journey that is, post Theodore Whitmore begins this evening with the Paul Hall-led unit hosting Mexico at the National Stadium in Kingston. The Jamaicans will start the match in 6th place on the 8-team CONCACAF final round table. They have 7 points. That's 9 behind leaders Canada and 7 behind the Mexicans and Panama, who occupy 3rd and 4th respectively. The top 3 teams will qualify automatically for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, with the 4th placed team earning a playoff spot. The day's other fixtures will see the USA hosting El Salvador in Columbus, Ohio, Canada playing away to Honduras in San Pedro Sula, and Costa Rica hosting Panama at the National Stadium in San Jose. The Jamaica-Mexico clash is set to begin at 7 p.m. local time. That's 8 p.m. in the rest of the Caribbean. Mariah Ramarak has been watching the team prepare over the last 24 hours, and she joins us live from the National Stadium. Hello, Mariah.
Hi, how's everything?
Everything is good this side. Tell us what's happening where you are.
So, I have to say that I'm a slight bit disappointed, just like the players, because, you know, we wanted to have fans. Last time I was here was for the Mexico match, was for the USA match, and of course there were a lot of people, a lot of music. By now, everybody was drinking, dancing, having a good time. It's basically very bare, it's empty, nothing.
Wow. In terms of, so there's no atmosphere for the players to feed off. Based on the protocols that you encountered, that you engaged with, rather, that's what the phrase I was looking for, going into the stadium. Tell us about that.
Right, so of course, right outside the stadium, they are doing COVID-19 tests. So if you aren't vaccinated, that's a no-no. So they're still testing you outside. Then when you come in by the security guard, they're going to sanitize you, they're testing your temperature. And again, because there aren't much people here, everybody is like basically spread out. A lot of police, a very high police presence. And, you know, the players just actually walked onto the field, so they're getting their practice.
Yeah, from your eye, from where you stand, you know, what's the mood of the players looking like as you saw them walk out for that practice session?
Well, I can actually start from yesterday, because yesterday they were in really, really good spirits. You know, we came down to just visit the training of Jamaica and Mexico, so they were, you know, gelling together, happy. They all know what they have to get done. We even got the opportunity to talk to some of the players. Right now, I just saw a few of them crawl onto the field. You know, they're just bouncing around some balls, just, you know, warming up, getting ready.
Yeah, have you been able to interact with the Mexicans, though, Mariah, because they are considered giants of CONCACAF football, but they're currently 3rd in the table, not a position that they're accustomed to, so they would be just as badly needing a win tonight as the Reggae boys are.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to speak to any of the players, because you know how different the training would be and whatnot, and then they speak Spanish. But here I got to speak to some of the officials, so like I saw like the trainers and whatnot, but not a conversation.
Yeah, so generally, you said you spoke with the Jamaicans and they seem pumped up. We heard some comments from Junior Flemings earlier on that, you know, they're just looking at one thing here, 3 points. You're suggesting that you feel, based on their body language and the sort of spirit that you are seeing in the Jamaican camp, that they can actually pull off a victory?
Yeah, they believe that they can do it. Yesterday I had the opportunity to speak to Junior Flemings, as you just mentioned, and Javane Brown, and they're just, you know, tunnel vision. They said to me that they're going to think of the fans being here in spirit. They know what it is like to play with the fans. They're not even going to let that bother them right now, because what they're going for, 3 points.
Yeah, well, Mariah just said it. She's
everywhere else in the world, every other team, every country have fans. I mean, we get it, you know, it's a pandemic, but hey, I guess it's a new way of life, you know, just have to make it work, and especially at the stage that we're in the competition, fans will definitely, you know, but unfortunately, you know, we're not going to, so we just have to put that behind us and then move forward.
I think that the team is in good shape, you know, good mindset, and we're just going to try to go out there and give it everything done.
How has it been under Coach Paul Hall?
I mean, there's not much difference, you know, but obviously the style of play, he probably believe in a different style of play, but you know he played for the country before, so it's been the same as Coach Taco.
Yeah, so Javane Brown and Junior Flemings there, Mariah. And certainly we like, what they're saying. Javane, a young rising player in the Reggae Boys shirt. Flemings, a bit more experienced now playing in Europe. And it's good that they recognize what's at stake here, because they can't afford any more slips in this CONCACAF qualifying.
No, Lance, and they know that, and that's what I love about them. That's what I recognize. It's one team, one goal. They know that, people are going to come down on them. They understand the task at hand, and they're willing to, just get it done.
Yeah. All right, Mariah, you're nearest to the action. What is your vibometer telling you is likely to happen when this game is done today, or when this game gets underway, rather?
My vibe, or what I want to happen?
Give me both scenarios, my friend.
Well, based on what, as I said, George, not much vibe here. All I can tell you is the Mexico camp, they are very confident. The Reggae Boys camp, they want to rectify the errors that they made in the last game. So both teams know what they have to do, and I really think it's going to come down to the game, come down to the players on the pitch and when the game goes live.
Hear you on that. Thank you very much, Mariah. Stick with it, and we'll be in touch.
See you tomorrow.
All right. That's Mariah Ramarak. She is inside the National Stadium in Kingston, where the Reggae Boys and Mexico are bound to engage in a tremendous battle for 3 points. And with those 3 points, an advantage in the push for one of those places to the Qatar World Cup. Lance, we did it on Just the Facts yesterday. The record against Mexico isn't good.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, we need to tell the viewers that question that we queried. Oh, you think I was going to forget? That's the only thing I wanted to say, but I just started the sentence that way to just make it not look obvious. But yeah. So we got 7 right out of 9.
Yeah.
Because it was a question that the one that I was telling you, I was objecting to the answer. Yeah. Where the answer they had 5, I had 3. Yeah. Turns out the answer was 4.
So it was an invalid question.
It's an invalid question. So we got 7 right out of 9. But beyond that, Lance, the record against Mexico is not good. I think we've left it too late. That USA game was crucial. That if we had taken 3 points then, I'd be very optimistic going forward. And in this mood, I don't know what to expect in the game later.
Yeah, you know what? It's I guess they have to just take the things one game at a time at the moment, because at the present standings there are 7 points off third, which is an automatic qualifying spot, and that's a lot of ground to cover in this qualifying series. So I would suggest that they take the games, game by game, and focus on what happens tonight and see if they can get 3 points. If I were trying to vibe this team up and inspire them, I would remind them of the first game that they played, the first match in Mexico, when they were very, very good.
And should have taken something from the game.
And they were beaten by an 8th and 9th minute goal.
Yes.
So they almost got at least a point from that game. So if they could have done so well in Mexico, I would like to think that being in the home environment now of Jamaica, they should feel motivated that they can get an upset result tonight and then take things from there.
And it's funny you say that, because in the lead up to this game, if I were a part of the coaching staff, I'd have said to the men who are part of the squad, so hands up for those who have played a part of this qualifying campaign so far. Hands up if you think that you've given your best in this national shirt over the course of the campaign.
Yeah.
And if no, how can we all here help you to be better? How can we help you to be better? And you and you and you. And by doing so, how can we help the collective to be better? That's where the conversation would start for me.
Yes.
Because there are many players in this collective who have underwhelmed for various reasons in this qualifying group, and whose performances are the reason we are here with an outside chance at best, rather than concrete hope of getting to Qatar.
Yeah, and they would want to rest on the fact that Mexico loss in Mexico was one of their better performances, even though they didn't win.
Yes.
And they didn't get a point either, but it was on open play. It was one of their most encouraging performances of the series so far. The other thing that we've got to look at is Paul Hall. It's his first match as head coach at this level in the qualifying series. a coach with not a lot of experience, certainly no experience at this level as a head coach.
Yeah.
But apparently he had done some good things at Queen's Park Rangers, their under-23s, as their lead coach there. So it is clear that he has coaching ability. He has some coaching acumen. But he is replacing Theodore Whitmore, who had accumulatively about 10 years coaching experience as a head coach at the senior level and scored more victories than any other Jamaican coach in the past. And I know that there are a lot of people who are disappointed with Whitmore's returns in this qualifying series. But I think there were many other factors. There are many factors that contributed to a lack of success of this team. And I'm hoping that Paul Hall can get some results.
Yeah, that's why I said the players have to look hard at themselves, because it was their play that contributed to us being in this situation. I don't think it was Whitmore's bad coaching. I think it was the players who let themselves and their country down. All right, we take a break. We come back with Interactive.